I know how AI works. So people who are asking ChatGPT that, hey ChatGPT, please explain me how AI works, they are saying that I know how AI works. But on the other hand, the Anthropic CEO is saying that we don't know how AI works. So this is a very scary situation where people on the internet are saying that I know how AI works, but the CEO who has the actual product, he's saying that we don't know how AI works. So this is a scary situation. So if I give you an analogy, let's say we are gonna cook chicken stew. So we know what elements to add one after another. We'll add chicken, then oil, then water, then salt, and so on. So we know what things to add, but we don't know at what point of temperature the fats of the chicken gets mixed with water and spices to make it taste optimum. So exactly the same way in AI, we know what things to add one after another. By the way, this is the paper, attention is all you need. So we know what things to add one after another, what code to write one after another to make the things work. But we don't know at what point of training, at what point of iteration, at what point of scaling, the things get perfect and the AI starts to reply your answers correctly. So let's dive in. And by the way, this is not a technical deep dive video. I'm not going to discuss research paper or not going to explain any mathematical equations or code. We're just going to take a bird's eye overview. So LLMs are basically probabilistic models. They try to predict the next word. If I say, I was taking a nap it will try to say in the morning or in the afternoon. So this is how the models are trained. The more data it is trained on, the more accurate its predictions will be. And that is how they work. And all this thing came in the scenario when Google published this paper, Attention is All You Need, as you see. And this paper introduced the transformer architecture on which all the AI models are based on today. And in this paper, researchers were not trying to invent LLMs. They are trying to make the machine translation better. So in this paper, they tried to translate English to German and English to French. But this architecture made all impossible things possible and the modern AI era started. Understanding is not equal to building. If I give you another analogy, let's say we are planting a seed in our garden and we are adding adequate amount of water, giving it sunlight and so on. So we know what process we have to follow to grow the seed into a plant. But we don't know what chemical reactions are going on inside that seed for the seed to grow into a plant. Exactly same way we understand what are the things we have to add, what codes we have to write one by one in a sequence to make the AI work, to make the probabilistic predictions work. But we don't know why it's happening. We also don't know after how many iterations it has achieved this level of perfections and answering the questions correctly. Researchers are trying to find why these models are working the way they are working. And there is a field of research called interpretability. So the scientists are trying to open up the black box of AI. And one of the coolest breakthrough came when the company Anthropic did something wild. They looked inside their LLMs and found specific feature, a tiny part of the model that seemed to represent the Golden Gate Bridge. And then, just to test things out, they cranked up the feature like turning the dial on a radio, and suddenly the AI wouldn't stop talking about the Golden Gate Bridge. And why is it exciting? Because it shows the model actually stores real life data, not mathy gibberish that we can't understand.